Welcome to World Explorer. Today we will discover most romantic cities in Europe. Is there anything more magical than exploring the world with the one you love? The cobblestone streets, charming cafes, and historical landmarks, it's the perfect recipe for romance. And when it comes to romantic escapades, Europe reigns supreme. From breathtaking sunsets over ancient ruins to intimate dinners in candlelit bistros, Europe offers a tapestry of experiences that will make your heart skip a beat. So, if you're dreaming of stealing kisses under the Eiffel Tower or getting lost in the labyrinthine streets of Venice, you've come to the right place. In this video, we're diving headfirst into the irresistible allure of Europe, uncovering the top 5 cities that will redefine romance for you and your partner. Whether you're celebrating an anniversary, planning a honeymoon, or simply craving a romantic escape, these cities promise to ignite the spark and create memories that will last a lifetime. So, grab your passport, pack your bags, and let's embark on this incredible journey of love and discovery. Our first stop takes us to the heart of France, to a city that needs no introduction, Paris. Ah, Paris. The very name evokes images of moonlit walks along the Seine, passionate whispers shared beneath the Eiffel Tower, and lovers intertwined in cozy restaurants. Imagine strolling hand in hand with your loved one, the setting sun painting the sky in hues of pink and orange as you cross the Pont des Arts, the famous Lovelock Bridge. The city lights begin to twinkle, casting a warm glow on your faces. And speaking of lights, the Eiffel Tower, that iconic symbol of Paris, becomes a beacon of romance as darkness descends. Watching it sparkle and dance with thousands of twinkling lights is an experience that will leave you breathless. But Paris is so much more than just iconic landmarks. Lose yourselves in the bohemian charm of Montmartre, where artists still set up their easels on the cobblestone streets. Share a croissant at a sidewalk cafe, watching the world go by as you sip your morning coffee. And in the evening, why not treat yourselves to a romantic dinner cruise along the Seine? Imagine gliding beneath historic bridges, the city lights shimmering on the water as you savor delectable French cuisine. No trip to Paris would be complete without exploring the Louvre, home to some of the world's most famous works of art, including the enigmatic smile of the Mona Lisa. For a truly Parisian experience, escape the crowds and wander through the charming neighborhood of Les Marais. So, pack your bags, grab your loved one, and book that trip to Paris. The City of Lights is waiting to welcome you with open arms and a heart full of romance. From the heart of France, we journey south to a city that floats upon the water, a city of canals and bridges, of masked balls and secret rendezvous, Venice. Imagine stepping back in time, to a world where gondolas glide silently through narrow canals, their gentle rocking lulling you into a state of pure tranquility. Venice is a city unlike any other, a place where romance permeates every brick, every bridge, every whisper of the wind as it dances across the lagoon. Picture this. You and your beloved nestled together in a gondola, gliding beneath the Bridge of Sighs as your gondolier serenades you with traditional Italian love songs. The setting sun casts a golden glow on the water, turning the canals into shimmering pathways of liquid gold. As you drift along the Grand Canal, the city's main artery, you'll be mesmerized by the grandeur of the palazzos, their ornate facades reflected in the water. But Venice is more than just grand canals and opulent palaces. It's about getting lost in the labyrinthine streets and alleyways, stumbling upon hidden squares and charming cafes tucked away from the crowds. Share a gelato as you stroll across the Rialto Bridge, the city's oldest and most iconic bridge, watching gondolas pass below. For a truly intimate experience, escape the hustle and bustle of the main waterways and explore the quieter canals of Dorsoduro or Cannaregio. As the day draws to a close, make your way to St. Mark's Square, the heart of Venice, and marvel at the Basilica di San Marco, its gilded mosaics shimmering in the fading light. Find a table at a cafe overlooking the square, sip on a Bellini as you watch the pigeons take flight, and soak up the magical atmosphere of this extraordinary city. Venice is a city that will capture your heart and stay with you long after you've left its enchanting shores. From the watery embrace of Venice, we journey inland to the heart of Tuscany, to a city that embodies the spirit of the Renaissance Florence. Imagine strolling hand in hand through the cobbled streets, the scent of leather and fresh pasta filling the air, the sounds of street musicians serenading you with Italian melodies. Florence is a city that will steal your heart and awaken your soul. Begin your romantic Florentine adventure at the Galleria dell'Accademia, home to Michelangelo's David. Stand in awe of this magnificent sculpture, a testament to the genius of the Renaissance. Afterward, lose yourselves in the Uffizi Gallery, a treasure trove of Renaissance art where you can marvel at masterpieces by Botticelli, Leonardo da Vinci, and Raphael. As the sun begins its descent, make your way to the Ponte Vecchio, Florence's only bridge spared from destruction during World War II. Stroll along the bridge, browsing the unique wares, and stop to admire the view of the Arno River, its waters reflecting the golden hues of the setting sun. For a truly unforgettable experience, head to Piazzale Michelangelo, a breathtaking terrace offering panoramic views of Florence. As the sun dips below the horizon, casting a warm glow over the city, you'll understand why Florence is called the cradle of the Renaissance. But Florence is more than just art and history, it's also about indulging in the simple pleasures of life. Share a scoop of gelato at one of the city's many gelaterias, savor a romantic dinner at a traditional trattoria, and sip on Chianti Classico while watching the world go by from a cafe in Piazza della Signoria. Florence is a city that will stay with you long after you've left its enchanting embrace. From the rolling hills of Tuscany, we venture north to a city that seems to have sprung from the pages of a fairy tale, Prague. Imagine wandering hand in hand through Old Town Square, the scent of Trdelnik, sweet pastries, filling the air, the sound of horse-drawn carriages echoing through the narrow streets. Prague is a city that will capture your heart with its timeless beauty, its rich history, and its undeniable romantic charm. Your fairy tale adventure begins in the heart of the old town, where you'll find yourself surrounded by a tapestry of architectural styles, from Gothic spires to Baroque palaces. Make your way to the Old Town Square, the city's beating heart, and stand in awe of the astronomical clock, one of Prague's most iconic landmarks. As the clock strikes the hour, watch as the figures of the apostles parade past, a spectacle that has captivated visitors for centuries. From the Old Town Square, cross the Charles Bridge, Prague's oldest and most famous bridge, connecting the Old Town with the Lesser Town. As you stroll along the bridge, lined with Baroque statues, stop to admire the views of Prague Castle, perched majestically on the hilltop. On the other side of the bridge, you'll find yourself in the enchanting neighborhood of Malá or Lesser Town. Here you can wander through narrow cobblestone streets, discover hidden gardens and charming cafes, and admire the colorful Baroque facades of the palaces that line the streets. No trip to Prague would be complete without a visit to Prague Castle, the largest ancient castle complex in the world. Explore the castle grounds, marvel at St. Vitus Cathedral, and enjoy breathtaking views of the city from the castle ramparts. Prague is a city that will stay with you long after you've bid it farewell. And finally, our romantic journey culminates on a Greek island bathed in sunlight, its whitewashed houses clinging to volcanic cliffs, its blue-domed churches overlooking the azure waters of the Aegean Santorini. Imagine arriving by ferry, the island rising from the sea like a mirage, its beauty taking your breath away. Santorini is a place where time seems to stand still, where the pace of life slows to a leisurely stroll, and where every sunset feels like a masterpiece painted across the sky. Begin your Santorini adventure in Oia, a village perched on the cliffs of the caldera, its whitewashed houses cascading down the hillside like sugar cubes. Wander hand in hand through the narrow streets lined with boutiques, art galleries and cafes, and stop to admire the breathtaking views of the caldera. As the sun begins its descent, find a spot along the caldera rim and prepare to witness one of the most spectacular sunsets on Earth. The sky explodes in a kaleidoscope of colors, casting a magical glow over the island. But Santorini is more than just breathtaking views. It's also home to ancient ruins, black sand beaches, and charming villages waiting to be explored. Take a boat trip to the volcanic island of Nea Kameni, hike to the top of the volcano for stunning views of the caldera, or relax on the black sand beaches of Parissa or Perivolos. Santorini is a place to indulge in the simple pleasures of life, to savor fresh seafood by the water's edge, to sip on local wine as you watch the sunset, and to spend your days exploring hidden coves and charming villages. It's a place to reconnect with your loved one, to create memories that will last a lifetime, and to fall in love all over again. And there you have it, fellow adventurers, our whirlwind tour of 5 of the most romantic cities in Europe. From the charming streets of Paris to the sun-drenched shores of Santorini, Europe offers a tapestry of experiences that will ignite your senses and awaken your soul. But remember, these cities are just the beginning. Europe is a continent brimming with hidden gems waiting to be discovered. Remember to like this video if you're already dreaming of your next European escape, and subscribe to Global Explorer for more travel inspiration. Until next time, keep exploring, keep discovering, and most importantly, keep falling in love with the world and with each other.